One of the questions that I get asked the most here on Think Media is, Sean, what camera should I start with for creating content on YouTube and live streaming? And my answer is start with your smartphone. But there are a few accessories that can really help you level up the video quality on your smartphone, including some tripod mounts, and they don't have to break the bank. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about some simple setups like this one right here, or even some more dynamic setups that are still super affordable coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean here with Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And if you're new here, we do a lot of tips videos on this channel to help you grow your influence faster with social media, as well as tech gear reviews just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. But let's dive straight into the content with my first recommendation, and it's this smartphone mount right here that I think is great if you don't have one. It's from Vastar and it's just $8. And the reason I love it is because it can hold your smartphone both vertically and horizontally really easy. If you look at some of the mounts online, some of them are just vertical, not realizing that you would use these for stories, right? You use them for vertical content, IGTV, and not just widescreen content. Now in this case, I've put the smartphone mount right on top of a Joby 3K, but you could use any kind of tabletop tripod. Now we actually cover some of those in depth. I'll put a link to that video on the YouTube card and in the description below. But I love this setup because I use it exactly here in my home office, and I use the window as my light source. And so I will go on Instagram Live typically, or Facebook Live, or even YouTube Live if I'm using my phone right here. I can go vertical and I can just sit in front and create content. Or if I'm on Facebook Live maybe and I want to do a horizontal stream, I'll flip it horizontal and I'll just record the content. This would also be a really great setup for actually shooting proper YouTube videos using lighting like this. And you could plug in a microphone or accessorize this as well. So for $8, if you don't have a mount like this yet, I highly recommend this simple Vastar. For the second recommendation, we're talking about the Arkon all-in-one tripod and phone mount, and this thing comes in for around $20 here in the US. And you can check out links to all of the various accessories in the YouTube description below. But I love this one. It's a good budget solution. It is not as tall as I would necessarily prefer, but still good. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing, is you can easily also go vertical or just loosen it in the back and do horizontal. It has a generally solid build. I mean, you do get what you pay for. It's all plastic. It's, nothing really aluminum. I mean, that's the case here too. So it definitely solves your problem. And so if you want just a simple all-in-one kit, I highly recommend this. And then typically, if I'm just doing quick content right here, I just run right off the phone. I use this lighting and I don't accessorize at all. But if I do want a little bit of better audio, for me, I love to plug in the MV88 from Shure. That can go into my lightning port right there. And I also love this ring light from Arkon. This is around $20. It's bicolor, so you can switch to a mixed kind of daylight and amber, or just amber only. Go through the various color temperatures, and then you can crank up the power on there. Battery, internal battery chargeable, and you put it right on front of your phone. There's the camera right there, so you get this ring light. So now you've kind of got a great content creation setup, whether you were using it right here like this, or with a more robust setup with the Vastar and some other kind of tabletop tripod like this. So really simple solutions that don't have to break the bank. All right, so far we've covered two of my favorite smartphone mounts, and actually if you've been getting value out of this video, do you mind smashing the like button? And let me know in the comments, what's one of your favorite smartphone accessories that's an essential for you? But now we're gonna get into a setup for shooting a proper YouTube video. Now sure, you could create some YouTube videos with those other kits, but those are a little bit more for social use. This right here is a Unazi mount, and it comes in at under $20, so it's not gonna break the bank, but it gives you more mounting space for lighting, microphones. And so right now, let's set this up to actually shoot like a proper sit-down YouTube video, and I'll show you all of our settings and our setup. Okay, so here's our goal. I'm going to use this as my background and my set, and we're gonna use just my iPhone 8. Now, the accessories we're using is the Unazi, which is perfect as a base to mount our phone inside of there. It has a very cool kind of spring-loaded mount right here, so if your phone's larger, you can fit whatever phone in there. We put our phone in there, and there's a couple settings that are important to us. Number one, we made sure it was set to 4K 30 frames a second. Now, this doesn't mean that the final video has to be in 4K, but the reason we did that is because even if we shrink it down to 1080, the quality is gonna look a lot better. Next is audio, and for that we just have this simple TAKSTAR mic. This shotgun mic comes in at around $25 here in the US, and I'll link that up in the description below. But there's a couple critical pieces. Because this is just a TRS cable meant for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, we have this little converter. The Rode makes one, Boya makes one, around $10 or $15, that takes your 2 rings up to 3 rings, so it works with your smartphone. And then I've got the dongle included with your phone, or I always lose these, so I order extra, and we can go straight into our lightning port. If you have a headphone jack, mic input, then you can skip past all of those converters, and you should be able to plug in any TRRS cable right into your smartphone. And then lastly, we've got this Neewer light here. So we'll turn these lights off so you can see how we can use this to make a great looking YouTube video, all built around this mount. And then it should be noted that you can put this on any tripod. This is one of our favorite K&F travel tripods. It's $80. You don't need a nice tripod for just a basic home YouTube setup like this, but having one like this is nice because we use it for everything, for travel and everything else. So that covers the kit. Let's get it set up and see how the footage looks. Okay, so we turned all the lights off, and right now we just have the Neewer light running, just the TAKSTAR shotgun mic plugged into an iPhone 8, and this is the results. You know, this particular phone goes to 4K, but I mean, this phone's a couple years old now, so a lot of the new Samsungs and Androids shoot 4K, but guess what? If your phone only does 1080p, that is great as well. And one quick tip for whenever you're shooting video is try and pull yourself off the wall. It's never the best when you're sitting on a couch that's pushed up against the wall or a chair. So what I've done is, even though there's a couch behind me, I'm just sitting on a stool with probably about 10 feet between me and the wall behind me. And then I'm been thoughtful with the decor on the left and the right and kind of setting up this shot. But I think when you are considerate of the lighting and the audio and you use what you have, you'll be amazed with the kind of content that you can create as you keep leveling up, posting videos, and getting better at your skills. So we've covered some awesome accessories for your smartphone in this video, but one of the biggest things to actually look a little bit deeper into is audio. This TAKSTAR is a great microphone to start with, but because it's a shotgun mic, I wouldn't recommend using it if you get too far away from the microphone. You might want a much longer corded microphone that's like a lavalier or something. So if you actually want to see our best smartphone microphone series, we have an entire playlist. I'll link that up on the YouTube card. Check that out. I'll also put in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.